What's up, dudes? Welcome back for another music video reaction. I've finally made it to doing the a video for this new song from Oh My Girl, and I have to say I'm very disappointed in all of you out there for not coming to me and saying Oh My Girl has released a song and you should do a reaction, especially after, you know, like a week has passed since it got released and no one has said a damn thing. I'm very disappointed in you guys. I'm kidding. I'm not really. But, you know, it happens. It happens and stuff. But I'm curious. It's curious, though. Maybe Oh My Girl just doesn't have that many passionate fans to come to me and be like, make a reaction video. Because it happens quite frequently that people, like a song just comes out and they're like, oh my god, do a reaction video to this new song from BAP. Or Day 6 was the most recent one that's happened. Anyway. That's all some silly talk right there. I don't really mean much of it, but you know, that's what we're gonna do. So, you know, as with all of my videos here, right, we're gonna do what I do, give you my honest thought and opinion here, and then we're gonna, you know, have a nice friendly discussion, whether we agree or disagree on our thoughts and opinions. So if that is kind of like the community and a thing that you want to get involved with, then hit the subscribe button that's right down there so you can join the community. So with that being said, let's get the discussion started by, of course, watching the music video. So let's do it. Alright, I mean, this is off to a, like, they're just straight into it with this, obviously, which I dig that. Also, of course, that means that there was no, like, point in the beginning of the music video where there was zero sound for a couple of seconds. Oh, this is going to be a fun music video visually, isn't it? Okay. I dig this. Okay, okay. The one thing, okay, so one thing I'm noticing though is that, like, at least from my perspective and what I, you know, think and feel, is that, you know, Oh My Girl is, as a group, you know, I kind of recognize them to be a group that, like, kind of has songs that are just, like, have parts in them that are just, like, completely out there and weird. You know, like Windy Day, where the chorus of that song is, like, very much different. And this one is a much more coherent song, where of course the chorus and the verse and all that stuff are very much the same, and they're connected, you know, in a very clear way. Or maybe it is also possible that I'm misremembering some of their earlier music as well. But the song is like, you know, just as good as everything else that they've released, which is awesome. I mean, I really like this group for the, you know, the main reason, the one reason I would say above anything else, is that, like, they come out, they, like, give us, they just do, as far as their concept, just, like, a bunch of different things. They're just, you know, they're not necessarily sticking to one thing that they've found to be successful, you know, or that the company has found to be successful. They're just like, you know, we're gonna do Windy Day, right, which I thought was a great song, and now they're doing this, which is a completely different, you know, sounding song, of course, and visual style. So I mean, I have a, you know, massive amount of like respect and appreciation for the fact that Oh My Girl just seems to be changing it up, you know, relatively, you know, dramatically, at the very least in a noticeable way from song to song, and I think that's great. I mean, this song is like a lot of fun. Obviously, I mean, I had a absolute ton of fun listening to it, and of course we're gonna add this to my, you know, obviously to the list of songs from Oh My Girl that I think are just like, oh my god, good, because like every song that they've released that I've listened to has been something that I've been like, wow, that I've been pretty impressed by, because I mean, they just come out and they just like, they throw down everything that they've got, you know, and they make a song that is definitely, you know, something that you should pay attention to, because it's I don't, it just has that like inherent quality that I can't really like explain why it is that great, that I enjoy. So that's the one, that's really the main thing, is like the song is good and I can't really explain why. But to kind of expand on the point of like Oh My Girl coming out with, you know, coming with every release with something that's actually different, is like, I do think and I do feel, and I've seen it actually happen with a lot of groups, is that when they are constantly changing up their concepts as far as like the music style and all that stuff, that's the point when like K-pop groups tend to have a hard time, you know, growing and building on, you know, whatever it is that their previous success was, which is why you see, you know, that, you know, a group come out with the same concept or the same style and sound of music with, you know, noticeably different music, of course, you know, like 3 or 4 times or something like that before going on to having an evolution. It's because, you know, the consistency, of course, you know, a fan comes for one song because they like that, and when the next one is something completely different, right, then they might, you know, not follow that group anymore. I mean, it's the same thing with somebody who subscribes to my YouTube channel. It's like they're going to subscribe to my YouTube channel because they watched a video where they liked what I said, and then the next video they're not going to like what I say, and so then they will unsubscribe from the channel, right? That's just kind of the way that it works. So, you know, a group that is constantly changing from release to release is going to have I think a much higher turnover of fans who got into the group expecting one thing, and then the next release was not what they were expecting. You know, and then they just lose fans, and their total fan base just doesn't grow as rapidly as it could. But I think Oh My Girl is actually doing a, you know, really, really good job, is finding a great deal of success, even if, you know, they're coming out with, you know, songs like Windy Day and stuff like that, that are, you know, that have points in the song that are like really out there and like abstract, I guess, as I say that in quotation marks, you know, that are more, you know, more experimental and definitely different. And then, you know, so they have songs like that, you know, every once in a while. And of course they come out with a song like this, which is much more, I think, palatable to the masses as far as it being a K-pop song from a girl group. And I mean, I think that they do a really good job balancing that. And it seems that like maybe the group isn't like, you know, like G-Friend Amazing Popular or Twice or anything like that, but they definitely are not an unknown group. And you know, they're one of the rare groups, I think, that, you know, is from a relatively small company, something like that. Of course, not like one of the big 4, the big 3 or anything. And they're doing really, really well for themselves, despite the fact that like their product and their concept and sound is not consistent, which, you know, the consistency is what, you know, is the most reliable way to rapidly grow a fan base, because people come for one thing, and if you keep giving it to them, then they will stay, and it will just keep bringing more people. Whereas if you change, of course, then you start losing people who don't like what the new thing was. And you know, it's just that turnover of people. So you lose more people when you change than you do when you don't. And you know, maybe you just keep gaining the same number of people per release, but you lose more when you change and you don't when you stay the same. So that's really it. Just a little basic, I guess, conversation on that. Maybe I'm crazy about that though, but it is definitely something that I have noticed. Like, I think that, you know, one of the groups, sadly, which has been really most affected by that is Newest. Not to mention that Pleatus has just been like a horrible company for them after school. Orange Caramel too, I guess, at this point in time, since they're apparently locked in the dungeon doing nothing at Pleatus. But I mean, Newest kind of had an identity crisis since their debut, and then Pleatus just didn't manage them particularly well after that as well. So, you know, compounding issues, I do believe. But like I said, maybe that whole theory and what I believe and what I think and what I feel I have seen is wrong. Maybe you think differently. I don't know. I want to know what you guys think about what I just said, and of course anything relating to this song and music video, what you liked about it, what you didn't, down in the comments below. And hopefully we can have a little friendly discussion about our, difference of opinions if we don't agree, or if we even do agree. Friendly discussion, that is what my community is all about. And like I said at the beginning of the video, if you want to join the community, become a part of that discussion, then hit the subscribe button right down there. Like I said, so you can join the community and become a part of the discussion. So that is going to be it for this video. As always, I want to thank you for watching, and I will see you all next time.